welcome back to the next move with Valetax. My name is Innocent Ryan, a global market analyst here at Valetax. On this week's TNM, we're going to be sharing outlook as always on the market and the fundamentals behind what's driving the market. But before we get started, let's do a quick recap on the outlook that was shared last week and the overall view of the market from last week. The major influences for last week can highly be debited to the geopolitical negotiations between Iran and the US, the strength back into the dollar, and high job reports for the USD, which led to a sell-off on risk assets. Last week's outlook, we shared analysis on the XAUUSD where we speculated that if prices fail to close above the 4,600 levels and fell below the 4,500, we most likely would continue to see the shorts for the XAUUSD. With the high earning reports and job numbers that was released on the USD, we saw strength move back into the USD and a lot of risk assets start to sell off. We see the ripple effect hit on gold, with investors starting to pay more attention to the USD, therefore leading to the shorts on the XAUUSD. The XAUUSD sold to the 4,300 levels before the close of the week, right after the job reports. With a higher job reports than expected for the USD, it brought in and showed more strength for the US dollar. Prices are currently stable with huge imbalances created in the market. We see the XAUUSD currently at the 4,300 levels with high chances for next week correction. Moving on for the week, we're going to be sharing trade idea on the XAUUSD. For the XAUUSD this coming week, we expect to see the sales on the XAUUSD slow down for a minor correction back into the imbalances that were created last week as a result of the NFP. If prices do halt at the support level at the 4,300 levels, then we most likely will start to see a breakdown in momentum for a bullish correction back into the imbalances before a continuation of the sells. Bear in mind that we currently are seeing the XAUUSD close bearish below the 200 moving average, which is a long-term trend moving average to signal a start of a possible sell trend for the XAUUSD. With prices returning back to do that correction, we might see the XAUUSD retest around the 4,500, 4,450 levels before a solid strength for the sells on the XAUUSD. With the dollar remaining stronger despite the geopolitical tension and negotiations between the US and Iran, and the higher yields on the bonds currently, we might continue to see a stronger dollar, thereby leading to the XAUUSD to continue its shorts. Fundamentals are always a driving force for the market. Bear in mind that there's still up negotiations going on further, thereby leading to oil surges and fluctuation in prices. But here are some macro reports that you should be paying attention to for the coming week. The macros this week are less, but with two major days of red folder events, with the core CPI and CPI on Wednesday and the core PPI on Thursday for the USD, of course. So remember to pay attention in these days and trade carefully. The summary for this week's trade idea on the XAUUSD is a continuation of the sell side after an inter-week correction for the XAUUSD. With prices failing to close back above the 4,500, then we'd see the XAUUSD continue to sell long term. Remember, this is only a trade idea and not a trading signal with no guarantee for success, so remember to always do your own research and apply risk management where necessary. And until next time, we'll see you on the next move with Valetax.